Okay, good evening everyone. Welcome back to another goalkeeping session. I always have a motorbike drive past my house when I start the intro, but it always seems to be the way. But hope everyone's well, hope everyone's had a good week. First things first, you'll notice a little change about me. Just a little bit of background, I'm not going to talk for long, but I shaved my hair this week in support of one of my close friends who's currently battling sarcoma, which is a type of cancer. So on all my social pages, my JM Goalkeeper coaching pages, I did post the Just Giving link. So if anyone wanted to help support that in any way, it'd be much appreciated. I did go for the David Beckham 2002 World Cup. So unfortunately, Beckham's a lot better looking than I am. So I didn't pull it off as good, but that just to let you know why I've been doing it, so in support of my good friend. Now, today, you have noticed, as I promised last week, I have now got my rebounder, and also, because of the kindness of Joe from GLK Gymnastics, I now have some crash mats. Therefore, we are now safe, well, I think we're safe to do a little bit of diving work today. So we're going to focus today's session on the low and high dive technique. So we're going to do a lot of talking through it. We're going to get the rebounder into use, and we're going to get me diving as well. But of course, just like every week, we need to warm up. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a ball. And all we're going to do now, because I've got my rebounder and because I've got my crash mat, obviously the space is a little bit more limited, but that's fine. It means I have to be extra careful. So all we're going to do is we're just going to move around the space, bouncing the ball side to side, and then the other way. So any basketball players out there watching this as well, okay, we're just going to bounce the ball using both hands. Backwards, forwards. I've got a little T shape going here. So we're going to bounce the ball, just a couple more. Do double bounce, triple bounce, whatever you like, just getting a feel for the ball. Hello to everyone watching. Just getting our feet moving as well with the ball. And stop there. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to move around, but we're going to keep the ball in one hand. So we're just going to have a little move around, little skip, moving our feet, keep the ball in one hand. And when I say go, we're going to swap over to the other hand. So I'm using my T shape, moving around, using it as my area, and swap. So I'll swap the ball. Could go more low down if I want to. Testing myself, testing my balance. Down, down, back, forward, and over to the other hand. So off we go again. Down. Go to a little corner, down. Other corner, down. And back. Down. Down. And swap. We go down. Like this. Good. Down. Saying good to myself, but I hope you're joining as well. Down. And stop there. So, this time, goalkeeper keepy-ups. We've done this before on the channel. I did it as part of the charity live stream as well. So, I'm going to do 1, 2. See how many we can do. Now, if that's too easy, like I always say, back of hands. See how many you do. Back of hands, control it. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Right. Goalkeeper around the world. You can throw in if you like. If that's too easy, you can even swap hands like that. Good. Fist. Good. Make fist. And then the hard one. Knock it up. Like that. Good. Just keeping it up. Using the fists. So using all the different parts of the hands. Back to backhand. Back to palms. Back to fists if you really want to push yourself. Pushing up. And hold it there. So, like I say every week, the warm-up we're going to kind of fast track through. Obviously, thank you for everyone joining us a bit early today. The reason we're doing it early is we've got a very special guest on Gavin's Instagram, 6 PM, Eddie McGoldrick, ex-Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Man City, Northampton Town player. I have the pleasure of working with Eddie every week as well as Gav and all the team at GLK, so it'll be worth a listen, I can assure you. So, into our stretches. So again, ball in our hand, our ready position, just slowly doing our circles. Now obviously just a little parental warning here, if you haven't got grass in your garden, I don't advise you try this on concrete. If you have got a little mat or anything you can use to kind of soften the landing, go for it. So to the side, we're going to push. And the other side, 8 to 10 seconds, remember we're holding that. And 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. I'm glad the sun come out because it was getting a little bit chilly earlier. Hence why I'm like wrapped up like it's October. Slightly regretting it now. And the other side, I haven't even started diving yet. Good. So holding that ball. Even do some little pass unders if you like while you're stretching. Hips. So we move the ball round. Again, do a few, change direction. Do a few, change direction. Sides, out, in, out, in. Good. Just getting that flexion, getting that mobility, flexibility. Need a lot of that when you're diving, obviously. Don't want to be stiff when you're diving. Good. To the side. And there's ram heads, Neptunes, so passing the ball round. Like I said, I'm fast tracking the warm up a little bit. Make sure you are doing 8 to 10 seconds. If you're joining at home, if you're pausing the video, make sure you're doing the warm up and the stretches properly. And obviously, throughout the session, if you need to stretch, keep stretching. Perfect. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to first of all talk through the diving technique before we go into an exercise. So, all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a cone and grab a ball. Okay, and I'm going to put the ball just here. Now, I've been very technical. I've actually got a monitor so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm just making sure I'm in shot enough so you can see it. Now, low diving, high diving. The technique is the same. The only difference is, obviously with a low dive, we're going to use that movement when the ball is low. A high dive, obviously we're going to use it when the ball's high. Low dive, we're going to push more down to the ground. High, we're going to push up towards the ball, obviously. So, first things first, a low dive we'd use, if we've already done our barriers, we did barriers last week, we've talked about our W's and our cuts, so the ball straight at us, we use a W cut, it's low, we use our barrier. Now, we're talking now, we're progressing the picture a little bit, so we're talking now, the ball has gone about this far away from me, so it's not completely out of reach, I'm not full stretch, I'm not flying Superman at the moment, okay, I'm just going slightly to my side. So, first things first, obviously at the minute the ball's to my left. I'm going to take a step with my left foot towards the ball. Now, what that's going to enable me to do, if you watch, I'm in my set position, I'm going to turn my left foot out to point towards the ball, I'm going to bend that knee, and I'm going to push down. Now I'm going to push my body, go to the ground. In order for me to do that as well as my knee bending, look at my hands, they're in that W motion, so they're going to stretch. So I'm going to come down, I'm going to grab the ball. You ready? Try not to slide into the pond. I've only got one take with this. You ready? 3, 2, 1. We slide down, okay, and we grab. Back up. That's a lot better than concrete, I tell you. Not that I have been diving on concrete, of course. Right, ready? So you saw there, I stepped towards the ball. I've got low. I've had to get my body low because the ball's low. I've opened up my hands to make sure they're in that W motion and to make sure they're behind the ball. And then I finished it by tucking myself in. So again, I'm just going to go, set position, 1, 2, 3, step, down, relax. Notice I've put my leg up as well. I hope you can see that. Again, 2 reasons. 1 for protection, 2 to get me up as quick as I can as well. Okay, so there's 2 reasons why we put that leg up. We use it to bring into our body, to then propel, to go back and stand up. So our first little exercise, all you're going to do, getting us warm, is you're going to set the ball up, like I've just done, and you're going to do about 5 of these. So I'll do these with you. Okay, so we're going to, if you've got someone doing the session with you, what you can do is, I just want you to be in your set position on your toes. Then get whoever's with you to just shout go, and then you're going to dive on the ball as quick as you can. using the low dive. Okay, it's important our feet are going towards the ball. If our feet come away, we're using something called a collapsing dive, which we're going to talk about next week. Okay, so we're focused on low and high dives today. So, ready? So on my toes, 1, 2, 3, go. Step, same. In, relax, up. How comfy are these mats? Thanks, Joe, for this. So comfy. Ready? So, again, set position again. What you could do, those of you, so you know your set position, put a cone down as well, so you've got feet either side. Keep those feet either side. 3, 2, 1, step dive. Down. Good. Still haven't got me in the pond yet. I know you'd all love to see that. That everyone would see it. Right, ready. On our toes again. Focus it towards the ball. 3, 2, 1, go. Step. Down. Back up. I'm going to do one more actually, because obviously I want to progress it, so we've got time to go into the exercise using rebounder. So the last one, again on my toes. 1, 2, 3, go. Down, up. There you see I tuck my head in as well. Again, we talked about that in recent weeks. We're doing that to protect ourselves. Again, it's all about protection. We need to make sure we're safe as the goalkeeper. We do not want to be booted in the head. Fine example, Petr Cech is who I always use. Unfortunately kept his head up, unfortunately got a little collision, fractured his skull and had to wear obviously the cap that you all know about. So please tuck your head in and make sure you're getting your leg up for that protection. And the key point to the low dive, as well as the high dive, again I'm not really going to do a high dive here because I'm going to use a rebound for that in a second, but you'll see the only difference is rather than me pushing my momentum down, so I've got on my toes but I'm aiming down, my hands are going to go more up. Okay, so if you want to have a little go with that, pause the video, have a little go, and then the important part of work as well is make sure you're practicing both sides. I have so many goalkeepers telling me I've got a strong and weak side, Jack. So if you have got a strong and weak side, don't shout out so strikers can hear you, but practice your weak side because it's the same mechanics. So all I'm going to do here, I'll just do one, move the cone over. Okay, on my toes, 1, 2, 3, step, down, tuck in, okay? It's the same mechanics as the other side. The only difference is, obviously the ball is the other side. Perfect. Right, now's the exciting. I've been looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to this one. Now, I must warn you, this rebounder, again, I'm not sponsored by Crazy Catch or anything like that. The Crazy Catch rebounds are fantastic because if you watch, the ball is absolutely springs off, and I only did that gently. So I'm going to have my workout here. We're going to look at the high dive. So we talked about the low dive, we'll focus low. We're going to go for low / medium height. Obviously my garden isn't the biggest, my goal isn't the biggest. I don't want to disrupt my neighbours. Obviously I don't want balls going over the fence. So I'm going to keep it relatively, but you can, again, adapt it to how you need to. If you've got someone shooting at you, you don't need a rebounder. If you're lucky enough to have someone shoot at you, get them to do low shots, get them to do high shots. So all you need for this is you need a few footballs. Now I'm going to put them just here, just to the side. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, we'll do 5. 5's a good number. 5's a good number. 1, 2, 3. So, how it's going to work. Now, obviously, like I said, I haven't got anyone shooting at me. I've got the rebounder pinging at me. So, I'm going to start. So I want to get a bit of footwork in. Again, we always say every week, a bit of footwork. So I'm going to start just next to the rebounder. When I shout go, I'm going to run over to the pile of footballs. I'm going to grab the football. I'm then going to stand just next to these mats. I'm going to throw the ball at the rebounder, which will obviously take it hopefully in that direction, and I'm going to perform my low or high dive depending on the height of the ball. So again, if it's low, I'm pushing down, I'm stepping using the foot that's closest to the ball to get myself down to push. Okay, that leg's bending and I'm pushing down. If it goes higher, obviously I'm going to push slightly higher. Also, little parental guide again, sorry, but I need to do it. You'll notice I'm doing it right next to a glass conservatory window. Don't do it next to a glass conservatory window. make sure you've got plenty of space. I would love to, do you know what I'm going to go with? I'm a trained professional, so I know what I'm doing briefly, but if my head does go through the glass, then so be it. So, are we ready? Stop talking, Jack. Ready, so set position, we'll do 5. Now the first one, I've got to get used to this rebound. I've only just got it today. 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm going to shift, get a ball, set, 3, 2, 1, throw, and down. Save. That really does spring off. Now I'm going to put the ball back down, go back to my starting position. Ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Shift. Ball, stand, 3, 2, 1, down. Save. Back up. Ball down. Maybe I didn't need the 5. Maybe I didn't need the 5. Ready? Just making sure I'm not going into that conservation. 3, 2, 1, go. Shift. Ball. Set. 3, 2, 1, go. Down. Save. 2 more. Ball reset. Again, get the person shooting at you if you haven't got a rebounder. Ready? 3, 2, 1, shift. Ball. Throw. Down. Leg up. Set. Relax. Last one for the clean sheet. Ready? Just ball down. Set position, facing my fish. My fish. 3, 2, 1, shift. Pick up. Set bit hard on the last one and down. There's my clean sheet. So, there, I'm just watching it back now. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I haven't dived for literally 8 weeks, so it feels good to be diving again. Now, obviously, the way to progress this, as I'm sure you know what's coming, is I'm going to throw the ball against the rebounder to the other side. Now, again, this is where I'm going to make it a bit interesting more for myself. Because on the crazy catch, this section here, when I throw the ball, it's going to randomly spin. So it's a bit different to the other side. It's going to randomly go in a direction. So I'm going to have to adjust to it. So I'm doing this more for a bit of fun, rather than you having to do it. But listen, what's important is we don't get in habits, even though we're focusing on our low and high diving. When you are shifting back across, so I've gone over to get my ball, it is so important we don't completely shift all our weight onto one side. Because for example, I was diving to my left there. If I was to shift all my weight onto my left side and all of a sudden that ball took a deflection and went the other way, I'm going to have to come back up, get my balance, to then adjust. Whereas if I'm always set, I can then quickly spring into the other action, the opposite action of stepping with my right foot rather than the left foot that's going the other way. Okay, so important, don't commit all your weight, okay? Make sure you stay balanced, you stay set at all times and then you react. So, last little bit of fun to finish. So, I might concede some goals here, because this strike is going to be good. So, I'm going to start the balls over here, next to my window. I'll only put a couple over there. So, are we ready? So I'm going to start. Now normally I'd start right over, but I'm going to start more or less so you can see me. So I'm going to kind of do a 90-degree spin, then go across and come back. Now you can do any footwork you like, adapt it how you need to. But I just like to mix it up. Ready, so 3, 2, 1, so I pivot, down. Ready, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, see how that changes direction? But I'm still using that motion. Still using that low motion. Nearly went the other way. Again, if I committed too much, I would have conceded. Ready, ball down. Reset. I'm going to face you. Hello everyone. Ready, 3, 2, 1, switch. Shift, pick up, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, nearly. That one went really low. Back up. Back up again. So again. Set, get someone calling for you. 3, 2, 1, switch. Go. Good. Pick up the ball. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, good. And relax. Good. Back up and do 2 more. 2 more. Where am I going? Signing autographs, that's afterwards. Ready. 3. I'm set. Look at, talked about on our first week, leg shoulder width, knee slightly bent, chest forward. Ready. 3, 2, 1, shift. Pick up. 3. This one's going to be a bit harder. 3, 2, 1. Oh, just wide. Striker's had an off day. You watch this last one go top corner. So, but I had it covered. Again, had it covered. Maybe if I was really criticising myself, and you might have picked it up, I went low a bit too quickly because it's been going low. But did you see there how it bounced up? That's so realistic. It could happen in a game. It could bobble up. If you're not lucky enough to play on amazing pitches, the bobble up could deflect. So you have to be ready for that. You always have to be ready. So, last one. I'm going to put a bit of power on this. I want a big save. Ready. In. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Shift. Ready. Ready for this. You're all praying this goes in, aren't you? 3, 2, 1. Ooh, just wide. Covered. Now, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to turn the rebound around. So I want to do one more. Just that I always finish on the save. And for all you goalkeepers out there, my advice to you, always finish on a good one. Never leave it on a bad one. Always something good, something positive. That's how I finish my sessions. It always has to be something positive. Even if you stood there all day, finish on a good one. Right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go, shoot. Back. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was a good one. And hands, good. And hold it there. So, good power. Again, I took the ball, like we talked about the other week, finishing the save. So I took the ball as quick as I can at its highest point. I've brought the ball in, I've settled it down, I've finished the save. Okay, so I've tucked myself in. Now, that is really good. Off camera, I might stay and do this now for about half hour because I just love diving around again. But the key points from this session is, of course, with a low dive or a high dive, it is when the ball is slightly next to you. So it's not at you, you wouldn't need to dive it straight at you. And it's not right in the top corner, because obviously if it's in the top corner or the bottom corner, the far corner, you're having to get down quickly. Now we're going to talk about the collapsing save next week. But you're having to get down so it's not quick enough so you can move your feet and get behind the ball, so you're having to dive. So you're taking a step with the foot that is closest to the ball. You're keeping your forward momentum, so your chest is almost leaning over, your knees pointing that way, everything's pointing that direction, and you're pushing and you're pushing yourself down. Now, those last shots there were on my, I shouldn't say this because it could be strikers that I face, they were on my weaker side. So, practice both sides, just like an outfield player with their left and right foot. Practice both sides, because if you get the technique right on both sides, it's going to put you in good stead going forward. Now, if you have any questions or want to see anything specific on the show, on the channel, please get in touch with GLK Academies or get in touch with myself as well. JM Goalkeeper Coaching on Facebook, it's on Instagram as well, or jmgoalkeepercoaching@gmail.com. Feel free to send in any questions you have. I'm always here to help, and I always want to show everyone at home, whether it's young, older, might be senior keepers watching, this is all relatable, you can use all this. But make it as difficult or as easy as you need to do. But thank you to everyone who's watched today. Thank you for joining if you have. Like I said, pause the video, do what you need to do. Like I said, if you haven't already after this, go over to Instagram, Eddie McGoldrick, ex-Crystal Palace, Arsenal, Man City, Northampton Town. Absolute legend of a guy. Lucky enough to work with him as well, like I said, as well as the incredible team at GLK. So please go and listen. He's got some fantastic stories. He played in the World Cup for Republic of Ireland as well. So it's definitely worth hearing. Apart from that, I'll see you all next week as well. Last thing as well, if you want to listen to any goalkeeping tips, I do have a podcast as well. It's available on iTunes, Spotify. It's the Safe Hands Podcast. Feel free to give that a listen as well. Many thanks for your involvement. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. Stay safe. And I'll see you again next week.